It genuinely is. You have to think about what you're offering the public. And you have to keep seasonal with your public. Right, you asked me. So now I've convinced you that you've got to have a decent title line. So what in the world do I use? And everybody is all worried about their item traits and their attributes, and you know, the list goes on, and do I do both? Your title line should have all of your item traits in it, or your attributes should be in your title line. Wow, look, great, exquisite, sparkling. Those are not search words. You want to use search words such as brand, your model, the condition, the color. You want to use words such as size, your product type, the series, or the gender. You're looking for a ladies, a men's, a child, a unisex. You want to look for the genders as well. And colors are really important. If I have a red cardinal book, and I put red in the title line, if somebody's looking for red earrings, my red book might pull up with Melissa's red earrings, because somebody put in the word red. That's what the search engines are looking for. Okay, okie dokie, I've got some words. Now what? First of all, your title line is not a sentence. It does not need to be grammatically correct. It's search words. Sometimes you have to rearrange it so that it looks different. Number two, you use as many of the available character allotment as possible. So if you have 55 characters and spaces, does everybody understand what 55 character and spaces means? Every little spot, you put in the word new, and then there's a space, that is a space. So you've got new would be N-E-W and space. You've used up 4. So you have 51 left. Refrain from using all caps. This is a big deal. If you are going to upload your product to Google Base, Google does not allow caps. Now, I have heard just this last week, I have been uploading to Google Base ever since the first of the year, and my titles are all in caps. That's because you haven't gone through Google Content Review. When they physically review your listings, they're going to disapprove your feed. And then you're going to spend about 10 days trying to get Google to reauthorize your account, if they will do it at all. Only Google can lift the block once your account is blocked, and it can't always be done. So you have to go within their policies. All caps is not allowed. It is perfectly acceptable to use appropriate punctuation. The first letter of every word can be capitalized. If you're doing new with tags, NWT, that's allowed. Model number, series, those are allowed to be in caps. Never all the words. It's rude, it's considered rude on the internet, and it's also considered promotional text.
Judy?
Yes?
Does that mean you can't have, is that all caps, or just, can you have, like some of my titles have got caps on the words that I'm trying to emphasize?
No.
It's all caps.
You cannot use caps unless it's appropriate. Acronyms are allowed, so if you're using new with tags, NWT may be capitalized. If I have the model number, whenever you are reading model numbers off, the model numbers are in caps, it's perfectly appropriate. Emphasis words, a new, in, capital N, lowercase EW, and shoes in big, no, it's not allowed. Uppercase S, lowercase HOE.
First letter.
First letter. Common English is acceptable. It's perfectly allowed. No punctuation is often rendered as HTML in browsers. And then you'll get this really weird error message from Google that says, you have invalid characters in your title line, and they give you all this weird stuff in your details page. They don't like punctuation, so lose the hash marks, lose the quote marks. You need to say foot, you don't put the little dash, you put out F-O-O-T or F-T. You need to do inch, it's I-N-C-H, or inches, I-N-C-H-E-S. Spell it out. You do not want to use the HTML, and it's not a good idea to use the characters off the character map in your computer. That does really weird things in your listings, especially on Google. So do not use them. And if you are going to copy text from any website to use into your description, never, put something in Word and work on it and copy and paste it back into an HTML enabled editor, which Bonanza is, because it puts all the extraneous text in the background, goes in your description. So if you're going to work in Word and you're done with the formatting, you take it and you highlight it and you copy it and you put it into Notepad or Word, save it, because that strips out all the extraneous text, and then you can plop it into the Bonanza text editor. Never paste anything from a website into an HTML editor. Always put it into Notepad or Word first.